Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. This is the spokesman, Capo Daniel. I want to send out this video message to all our citizens. Our community schools will start this September, the 1st of September this year. We have managed to set up community school across our territory. The Ambazonian Governing Council have opened schools where there were no schools before. We have opened schools in some buildings that have been abandoned due to this war. We have worked with religious authorities, traditional rulers, and private school owners to transform those institutions into community schools that adheres to our liberation standards that will reflect our nationalism and our quest for an independent and self-governed country. I want to call on all soldiers on ground zero to please do not learn yourself to be used by political scavengers, failed activists who care nothing about you nor our students. People who have been calling for collaboration, who went out there, make videos to counter a lockdown that was declared by General Ephraim on the ground, will not today pretend to forget those same basic standards they have raised for themselves and use faceless individuals on the ground who claim to be speaking for all forces on the ground. Definitely, they don't speak for the Ambazonian Defense Forces, and they don't speak for all forces on the ground. I want to call on General Transporter as well of SOCADEF. Do not be used by failed AMF spokesperson who wants to disguise themselves as spokesperson on the ground. They are not. The head of AMF is in Kondengi. He sits in SIT, the Cameroon prison or underground prison. Nobody knows whether he's working with the enemy or not. But individuals, faceless individuals, cannot sit in the prisons and misuse you. This liberation struggle is about liberating our homeland, setting our people free, and empowering them. It is not a social media experiment where faceless, anonymous individuals will come together, sit down, and put out messages that have only one objective: to counter what the Ambazonian Governing Council is doing. There have been no organization, neither the IGs, that have set up any community school or show any community school to the Ambazonian people. And they should stop playing with the lives of our people. And to all Ambazonian soldiers, especially those who used to call themselves ARF and have been deceived and misused by the IGs and abandoned, they are even ashamed to use Sako's name again. Sako's name of his forces, the ARF. Someone they want to affiliate with the Unity Warrior, they want to affiliate with anything. Do not allow yourself to be used. When soldiers gathered, when soldiers come together, it is to organize themselves to fight against the common enemy, which is the occupation forces of La Republique. It is not to do politics. It is not to become activists. You can't just do that effectively. This is not a domestic matter. This our war is an international matter that requires organization competence to best maximize our chance to win. Don't be used against us. Don't. It will go against everything you are fighting and sacrificing for. So this message should be clear for everyone. School starts in September 1st. All of our community schools. We have already set them up. We have prepared teachers. We have a bunch of new schools that have come into our network. We have a lot of our people who have been attracted by community schools, who had fled into La Republique. They have now returned home to start their community school. They will start on September 1st. This September 1st, they will start school. And I'm sending out this warning to the AMF who have disguised themselves because nobody would accept them. Faceless individuals. It is not even long ago where General A4 entered shock in Santa. Grandpa for Santa is one of the only people who have stood with the AMF, the so-called thing of AMF. And we know his camp had been compromised. It has led to the loss of very fine men. When soldiers come together, it is to collaborate and fight the enemy. That is it. You are fighters. You are not politicians or activists. You come together to fight against the enemy. Not to play politics, not to set policies, not to definitely lead the liberation politically. Because you cannot. That's not your job. That is not your job. Focus on fighting. Stop being used. You have been used against the ADF enough. Enough is enough. Don't go when it comes to education. We have worked so hard for this. Schools will start on the 1st of September. We are calling on all Ambazonian parents to make sure their students have been registered with our community schools. And we want to inform them that there will be no Cameroon government schools in Ambazonia. And no Ambazonians who have been hired by La République du Cameroon, an alien government, to be a government school teacher will go free if you resume your duty or you attend your post. You will not go free. We will uproot all Cameroon government institutions, including educational institutions in Ambazonia. Independence means independence. This year will be rougher than last year for those who seek to impose upon us an educational system that violates everything that we are, including our identity. Cameroon government schools are banned in Ambazonia. And all the other forces, no matter your affiliation, you are obligated to help open up community schools within your area of control. We have helped just this year 4 other forces to set up community schools. And that is what every soldier should be focused on doing. Not struggling to make political decisions where you are not in a position to make. Neither have you been concerned about this sector. We will not allow it. We will not allow it to happen. So schools, we are going to open all of our community schools this September, and we are asking on every community school to open September 1st. No uniforms, no Cameroon national anthem in our schools, while we are still struggling to push the agenda of our curriculum to these community schools that have just joined the network. We have a long way to go. We have to meet up international standard that can accredit our students with certificates that are recognized internationally. We have been struggling so hard to get UNESCO on board and to get the international community strike a deal where liberated areas and areas we control dynamically will have a consistent policy on education. And we have to continue and finish this process. If you are a fighter, focus on fighting. Each time you come together, it should be not for political statement, but it should be for fighting. We have seen soldiers of the same group. You cannot be ARF, you come together with your own ARF brothers and you call that unity. Unity is coming together of 2 separate units or 2 different groups coming together. So stop these games. If you have been fooled by Sako, who call you restoration forces, even when we advise you that that name is counter to what you are fighting for, you did not listen. So today, because you have no place to go, you start playing politics. If whatever you do, whatever name you carry, is just to fight the Ambazonian Governing Council, you will fail woefully, because the truth always prevails. And we stand for the truth. We stand for the uncompromised and effective approach to lead our people out of this quagmire. There will be nothing other than independence. And everybody on the line, on the ground, should take the line. Clear the line. It's for our national interest for you to do so. Listen to sound advice. Listen to double heads in organizations. And listen to competent people. So once more, school starts September 2022 in Ambazonia, all across Ambazonia. No Cameroon government school, only community school. No uniforms, no Cameroon national anthems, and we will continue to push our curriculum that have already been accepted by a few schools. But we have a long way to go, but we will get there eventually. Stop politicking Stop politicizing self-defense. This goes to all the activists out there. Stop it. Stop it. Don't play with the life of our people, especially our young children that we care so much of. We have set up school. No organization in Ambazonia, I mean none, have been involved in community schools or have ever shown any proof of that. We have seen kids that we have raised for the past 3 years. They are in class 3 today. So let's focus. School starts this September. No confusion. God bless you.